Hello, Kit fans, and welcome back to Talking Kit. This is obviously the greatest ranking show on YouTube. It is, of course, Full Kit Rankers, which we do bring to you every single Wednesday. We had a week off last week, but now we are back fully refreshed and ready to rank like crazy. That's all I can say. You may notice I am missing my right-hand men. James and Sean aren't with us this evening. James is ill. He's telling me, and Sean has had some problems with the weather. Basically, his house is flooded, so he won't be here. But we have a full lineup of great guests anyway. Some say better than them two, so they won't be missed. That's all I can pretty much say. So I'm just going to go straight into who we've got on the show this week. We've got some great guests as always. As always, he's here every single week, the diva of the kit community, as he likes to be known now. Some say there's a rumour going around that he threw a Paolo Di Canio fit just for the fact that he wasn't on the show and introduced first. It is, of course, the one, the only, Josh, a.k.a.
A skinny latte. No, a skinny latte. Oh, hello, mate. How you doing? All right?
Hi, mate. You okay?
Yeah, doing all right, thanks, mate.
Can I say I'm a bit annoyed? I'm allowed to say this straight away. Obviously, backstage, I can see everyone's screens, and you may be getting some last-minute preparation going. I think you may have missed the new intro that we've got.
Oh.
So wait there. So I'm going to have to play it again for you. A little surprise for you. Have a look at this.
Beautiful. It's beautiful, man. Oh.
Hey, little something from us to you, Josh. Yeah, you're part of the team now. Like I said, you're part of the team. So there we go. The new intro to the show obviously had to include the fourth member of the team, Josh. So yeah, there you go, mate. A little something from us to you.
That is beautiful, mate. I thank you so much. 1,000 times.
Oh, well, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. So you had a good week, mate. You're okay?
Yeah, it's been all right. Yeah, nothing to really sort of commentate about. Very much drained with regards to all the MLS kit launches that have been sort of appearing on feeds. I can't keep up with it, mate. I genuinely can't. Like, I thought that I might be able to cover everything, but no.
Not even the kitsmen can keep up. That's what the MLS have done. Jesus.
I know. They've beaten me.
Yeah. We'll come to what you're wearing in a little bit because obviously it has something to do with tonight's theme. But yeah, we'll move on to. We've got two returning guests on this week's show, which is great. People wanting to come back rather than saying I'm not going on that nonsense ever again. The first one, he was great in his debut. It's the lovely Tom, aka Tom's Footies Kits. What's going on, mate? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine today.
Yeah. Glad you come back. Glad you wanted to come back as well.
I'm more than happy to come back. So
that's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. I've had some exes not say the same thing, but we'll move on from that. We'll get into it. That's absolutely fine.
Not very nice. That's not very nice.
It's a joke. It's a joke. How have you been, Tom? You good?
Yeah, I've been fine. So just buying a lot of football shirts, but who isn't?
Well, that's what we all do, mate. That's pretty much what we all do. Well, no, again, happy you've come back, mate. Like I said, hopefully many appearances on this show for you. But yeah, we'll get into a little bit of what's on this week's show in a little bit and get your thoughts on that. Second returning guest came just at the nick of time. Like he almost took Josh's diva title with how close he came to being late, but he made it on time. It is, of course, Jacob, aka Arts on Shirts FC. How's it going, mate? You okay?
Yeah, it's really good. How are you?
Well, I'm all good, mate. All the better for you being here.
Good. I'm a little bit gutted. I haven't got my own title yet, but I'm guessing in a couple of weeks' time, might be on there.
Yeah, you're up there, mate. let me tell you. Nice to see you put a little bit of your work behind you this week. Yeah, anyone who's watching, go and check him out. He's an absolute genius. I think I just fangirl over every post.
It's appreciated, man. It's good. It's good. Positive vibes, man.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it if it did deserve it, mate. Let me tell you. But no, great to have you back on, mate. Really happy that
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, 100% same here. And we'll move on to our final guest this week. He is the reason that the subject or the shirts that we are ranking is the reason we are ranking them. He came up with it. I did have to deviate him away a little bit because he did want to do pretty much 10 shirts for one club. And I managed to talk him down to do it for 10 different clubs. But, it may have been a better episode. We will never know. But we'll get him on. It is Dan, a.k.a. Retro Shirts FC. Good evening, pal. I hope you're well.
Yeah, I'm good. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. No, good to have you on, mate. Getting you involved in the Talking Kit family and involved in, full kit rankers. Glad you can make it.
Yeah, but you couldn't guess which clubs were. A bit behind.
It's all right, mate. Don't worry about it. We're all a bit slower. Don't worry about it. But no, yeah. So we'll get into what we're going to be judging this week. So yeah, on Dan's request. Well, I say Dan's request. Like I said, I had to change him a little bit. We are ranking 10 shirts from this season's Serie. So 21-22. Dan just wanted to do 10 Venezia shirts. They managed to talk him around. Looks like we're pretty much all wearing something Italian as well, which is good. It's all right, mate. It's fine. Yours is the best out of it. That's the best shirt we've got. It's 10 shirts from Italy. That's what we're going to do. It's a good one, I think. 10 good shirts, all picked by Dan. So if you don't like any of them, as always, direct your hate at him and not me. I didn't pick them. I just sent them around to everyone. Going round, Josh, good selection of shirts, you think?
Yeah, big time. I think it was very hard to find 10, I think, from them, really. Serie A is my favourite. I mean, I think it's been my favourite in every era. They just kill it every season. I don't know why, but they just classy by name, classy by nature, aren't they? They just know how to make good kits, and I think they're just. You could have picked another 10, and you'd have still been debating which ones he should have made a cut and didn't.
Yeah, no, I agree. Tom, you echo those thoughts from Josh?
Yeah, I didn't think any of the shirts this week were bad, but obviously something had to go at the bottom. So, but yeah, I've always liked Serie A shirts. So,
that's cool. Jacob, you thinking the same?
Yeah, exactly the same. Even the one that I put bottom, there were still positives about it, and I liked the selection of shirts as well because it wasn't the obvious. There was no. I'm not going to say which teams, but there was so many big classic kits that colorways, etc. That weren't even on this list to choose from. I like the fact it was a little bit alternative, really, to what you usually expect.
Yeah, no, cool, mate. Dan, what high praise, mate, from 10 shirts. I don't get that. I've done it for 5 episodes.
Yeah, you do.
So maybe, I know I don't. I get right slagged off on this. Let me tell you. But no, I mean, yeah. So there you go, Dan. It looks like you've picked 10 good shirts, mate.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, that's why I picked them.
Yeah. So yeah, just before we get into them, if it is your first time talking kit, make sure you like this video, share it around. Obviously, subscribe to the channel. Like I say, we are on the road to 1K, but any help is obviously massively appreciated. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the episode. Let's get into it then. So number 10 on the list, coming dead last. It got a score of 24. It is, once it decides to come up, it is the Hellas Verona home shirt. Only a score of 24 on this one. I'll start off everyone with Sean and James because we have scored it out of 7 because they did do scores last week when we wasn't on. So James put it 8th on his list. Sean ranked it quite high at 3rd. I ranked it at 10 on mine. Not a massive fan of it personally. Tom, I think you were the same as me, mate.
Yeah,
you
I put it at 10th.
tell us the reason why you're not such a fan of this one.
I don't like the colorway of it, the sort of luminous yellow. I've never really been a massive fan of luminous yellow. It sort of reminds me of the Juventus third shirt from this season, from purely the color standpoint. I think the Synergy sponsor would look nice if it didn't have the text underneath it, but obviously it's a sponsor, so they can have what they want. However, I do really like the pattern on it. If you zoom in on it, the textured pattern on it, I think is really nice. But I do think that it's not a great shirt from Macron, and I typically like Macron shirts. So, and a positive for the badge, I guess, because I like the badge. And isn't this meant to be like a 700th anniversary shirt or something like that? Because it's got 1321 to 2021 in the collar, and it doesn't really seem to be anything special to me. So that's why I put it last.
Yeah, some good points. Dan, you had this fifth on your list, middle of the road. Yeah, give us your thoughts on this shirt.
Yeah, I mean, I quite like the blue and the yellow. I think go quite well together, and not much going on. I think that's what ruined a couple of them for me. That's why they're not in the top 10. But it's just quite simple. Like even with the pattern in it, could have gone a bit overboard. But I think it's quite simple and kind of works together. Maybe the sponsor, if that was yellow, would be even better. Kind of fitting with the colorway, but that's really the only downside.
No, again, some good points. Josh, ninth for you, mate, on your list. Give us your thought.
I just don't think there's any sort of bad shirts on here. I mean, that isn't a bad shirt at all. Just there are, unfortunately, a lot more aesthetically pleasing shirts, I reckon, in the list. I didn't quite pick up on the actual sort of watermark or the embossment in that shirt, because now I can see that that's actually a really nice sort of feature, and it adds a bit more to it. I was just doing a little bit of research on it as well after you said that it got an anniversary nod. Yeah, 1321 to 2021. Apparently, it's the 700th anniversary of Dante Alighieri's death. Of course, apparently that's what it's all about. I mean, we're saying it quite naively. It may be, but that is a big deal. But I can't really figure out in my head, or it doesn't really sort of make any sense to me. But yeah, it's quite regal, isn't it? It's quite quite royal in its look. Actually, it's almost like a chain armor effect.
Yeah, I said the pattern does make it look a lot better. Like I said, I didn't notice that until you mentioned it, Tom. Jacob, you put it 8th on your list, mate. What are your thoughts and feelings?
Yeah, I quite like it. I love the detail and the pattern in the blue. I don't know whether you can see it in the yellow. I mean, it's quite hard to show. Oh yeah, maybe we can see it on the pitch there as well. I mean, yeah, you can kind of see it stand out there under the lights as well. And it's in the yellow as well. That's really nice. I like that. And on that picture there as well, the blue looks a little bit deeper, like a darker blue. And I like that colorway more so than the standard photo. Because on the photo with no one wearing it, the blue and the yellow, just the colors don't look great together. Yeah, it's that yellow, I think. It's not, it doesn't do anything for me. But seeing it on the pitch there, I think I may even have bopped it up a couple of positions. I quite like that.
Yeah, me too. Actually, on the way that's being shown there, I'd agree.
Yeah, it's nice that.
So there we go. There's the guys' thoughts and feelings on the Hellas Verona home shirt from this season. It did come last, unfortunately. A bit of hindsight, people may have put it a little bit higher with 24 points. There we go, number 10 on the list. Moving up to number 9, 28 points it scored overall, and it is the AC Milan away shirt from this season. We will start on this one. Josh, I think we'll start with you, mate, because I think you had it highest out of everyone. Like I said, Sean had it dead last. James had it 7th. You had it 3rd on your list, mate. Why are you such a fan of this effort from Puma?
I think it's just really clean. I put a little bit about off-white shirts recently on the page, and I got a lot of heat for it because that apparently isn't off-white. That's more cream, and I got obliterated for that. I tend to sort of agree now because on different images it looks darker, it looks lighter. I know that you could say that I believe that this is one of Puma's templates because it's got the old sort of rigging on the back there. But I just think that's a really classy design. I think they wore it against Salernitana in the week, and it just looked class. And I'm judging shirts now on whether or not I would actually wear them. And I think that, in the way that everything's positioned, the application of everything. I mean, there isn't much there really to sort of really comment on other than the overriding colour of cream and everything else. I just think it's a classy shirt, and I would quite happily pick that up. I wouldn't really think twice about it if it came up in a sale or whatnot.
Yeah. Jacob, you had it 8th, similar to me. So you can explain for both of us why we wanted it at 8th, mate.
I think I might have marked it a little bit lower actually. It doesn't do anything for me, this one. I usually like when you see a cream away shirt, like even the Liverpool one this season and the Liverpool one from the 90s. I think they were quite nice shirts for Liverpool. And the Roma one as well, when Roma released that kind of creamy away shirt. I really liked those. But this one, I don't know whether I marked it so low based on it being Milan as well, because with AC Milan and away shirt, I always think of a real crisp white with red and black sort of trim. And I think if they were to release this as a white away shirt with those little red flicks, with maybe even a red or a black in there as well, I probably would have liked it a little bit more. But because it is just a cream plain shirt for Milan, it doesn't do anything for me. It just seems a little bit lazy. Could have been so much. So it's a Milan away shirt. If you think back to what they've had with those bold white and big red and black stripes, or like the blocks when they were with Lotto in the 90s.
Yeah,
they were amazing, weren't they? All the red and black down the middle of the shirt. But yeah, for this one, I think if they would have made it a real crisp white, I would have rated this one higher. But it doesn't do anything for me.
No, absolutely. I actually got that score. You actually put it 9th, not 8th, which was
yeah,
even lower. Tom, it was you that had it 8th as well as me, mate. So yeah, do you agree in terms of what Jacob was saying about it?
Yeah, I think it's pretty bland. There's not really much to say about it. I am in agreement with Josh that sometimes stuff can look really simple, but it can also look really classy. But I don't really think it works here. I don't really like the colour. I don't really like that sort of creamish colour. And there's nothing really going on with it. So there's nothing particularly special about it. That's why I ranked it quite low. Again, it's not a bad shirt. I would buy this shirt and wear it, but it's just there's not really much to comment on it. And I'm a massive fan of as many colours as possible on a shirt. And this doesn't really achieve that.
Yeah, I've seen some of the kits you buy. You like setting off people epileptic, I think, some of the kits you buy. They're that brightly coloured. Yeah, I kind of agree. That's why I put it 8th. I think it reminds me of an effort they had with Adidas a few years ago, which may have been a bit more yellow than this, but it kind of reminds me of that, and it's not very inspiring for me. I kind of agree. Dan, we'll finish off with you, mate. You put this 4th in your list. Yeah, what are your overall thoughts on this AC Milan away shirt?
Yeah, I kind of like the fact that it's quite simple. Like if you put similar with the Verona one, like if you put too much on it, it might ruin it. And I don't think you can quite see it in the pattern, but I read that the pattern's kind of made up of maps of like the 6 cities that Milan have their charities in, which I thought was quite cool. Which kind of made me put it a bit higher up. Like if it was plain, I would have put it further down, but
Where's that?
got a little bit. What do you say? Sorry.
Where's the map then? Is it what, like really faint?
Yeah, I think so, because I can't really see it, but I was reading
Yeah.
up on it, and it said like the pattern of the shirt is kind of the maps of the 6 cities. I think New York and Rio are 2 of them. I can't remember the others.
All right.
Oh, you can kind of see
You see
lines
some
in
of the
there.
yeah, there. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it up on my phone at the minute. I don't know if it would show up on here. Probably not, right? Nah.
No.
But yeah, it does actually have. It has like loads of lines over it, like a map. So it actually looks a lot better like that. So, but I didn't know that at the time.
I think Olivia Drew really likes wearing it. He's quite happy there. So he disagrees with you all. But there we go. AC Milan away shirt from this season has come in 9th on our list of 10 Serie A shirts with a score of 28. Not very well liked by the guys other than Josh and Dan. So we shall move on to number 8 on the list. Maybe a bit controversial, this one, maybe not. It is the Juve away shirt from this season. Got a score of 31 out of everyone. James had it 9th on his list, not a fan. Sean had it 5th. I had it 9th as well. I'll explain why a little later on. But we'll start with you, Dan. You had it 8th on your list. So, yeah, let us know what you're not so keen on in regards to this.
Yeah, like it's not like it's a bad shirt. I think they're all good. It's just that some got to go near the bottom, and I think the 4xe sponsor kind of ruins it. I think if it was just a Jeep, it'd kind of be quite a classic because it's kind of synonymous with Juve. And I think even the little pinstripes kind of match the lines on the shoulders. But yeah, it's just the sponsor that ruins it for me.
Yeah, that's the exact reason I've put it so low. I think doesn't have the 4xe. Probably would be maybe classes a bit of a classic, but it just kind of does put you off. We'll go to. Shall we go to Tom next? Tom, you had this 4th in your list. Yeah. Tell us why, pal.
Well, I put out a tweet a little while ago. I don't know whether or not any of you lot have seen it, but I said that if this shirt didn't have the 4xe on it, it would be a top 3 shirt this season. And I do still believe that. I think this shirt's excellent, but it gets dragged down so much by that 4xe that it just looks so out of place. It's not the same font as Jeep. I know obviously it has to fit because that's what the sponsor's logo actually looks like. The E being in blue looks horrible on the shirt, but I believe that without the 4xe, this would be a top 3 shirt this season. The pinstripes are lovely. They're like a luminous color where it sort of changes color in the light a little bit. I think the shoulders look really nice. I think it would be a classic Juventus shirt if it didn't have that 4xe on it. I was actually thinking about buying one and then trying to remove the 4xe just to see what it looks like. Because I really, really like this shirt, but it's just the 4xe that drags it down so much for me.
If you did that, I imagine someone's going to flag you up to ruin shirts on Twitter. 100%. But no, you make some great points, mate. I fully agree with what you're saying. Josh, you also had it 4th. What I'm going to do, mate, because Sean's not here, I would like you to give us the night out rating tonight, if that's okay, moving forward.
Oh, 100%. I mean, that is hashtag night out right there. I think that's glorious, and I think it's I don't know. I asked a question a little while ago about this, about designs which are actually designed not referencing anything like the history, architecture, anything about the club's past, and like forward design. Like, and I got told it was called future design. I don't know whether or not that is a thing, but that here, I like the fact that it's just modern. It's just a classy shirt. 4xe, like I said, ruins it. I think that's one of Jeep's 4x4s, I think, or hybrid or something like that, which is not needed. It's just a secondary sponsor, isn't it? Which just ruins it. And I don't think it's devoid of any of them. I think they all have Jeep 4xe on the aways, and then the home as well, isn't it? And it's just there now forever, I think, well, until they decide to get rid of that. But I just like the it reminds me of the Adidas Japan shirt as well from 2018 with the dash stripes. And I just think it's just a really classy modern shirt. And there's not enough of them about, really, I don't think. So, yeah, I think this could have been one of the better shirts of there, but again, ruined by the sponsor.
Yeah, seems quite unanimous that everyone's thinking that. Jacob, you had it 7th on the list. Yeah, are you thinking the same in regards to the logo?
Exactly the same. It would have been top 3 if that logo wasn't there. That secondary 4XE logo. I think the rest of the shirt's absolutely beautiful. I love the yellow and the pink, although it isn't Juventus colours. And like Josh was saying, I quite like when a club or a brand create a design that incorporates, that club's colours or their architecture, their history. And as this is completely brand new, I mean, you usually see it in third shirts, don't you, where they kind of go a little bit crazy. And it kind of looks like this could have been a Juve third shirt. But I think, and the pictures that I've seen of this one as well are the player version. Like how Man United have got it as well this season, where there's kind of like a double collar, where it's like your normal round neck, and then there's a slight, there's like almost like a crosshatch effect, and on the cuffs as well. And I can see that this shirt's got it, and I would imagine the player version of this is absolutely lovely, but it's just let down by that second sponsor logo, that 4XC. It's dreadful, and it ruins the home shirt as well. Nothing ruins the third shirt other than the design of the third shirt, but for this one, I think this one could have been an absolute classic if it didn't have it.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement. There you go. 8th on the list, Juventus away shirt. Not only do they ruin kits with logos, obviously they also ruin their own their own logo as well, their own club badge, by changing it to that. It looks like a car badge. Honestly. It just looks like it's another Jeep logo, to be fair. Number 8 with 31 out of a possible 70 is Juventus away from this season. We will move on to number 7, and it is the Sassuolo third shirt by another Puma effort. I thought it was okay. 5th on my list, 6th for James, 7 for Sean. Josh, you weren't so keen on this one. Bottom of the pile. So I'm guessing you're not nipping to the pub for a quick Guinness in it.
No,
tell us why, mate.
Just prefer Kappa. I just I'm no sort of like stranger to telling people about my admiration of Kappa. Bloody love them, and I just thought that they were a perfect match with Sassuolo. They had some fantastic shirts, and I just feel that now that Puma are on board with them, they seem to be getting this sort of unusual twist, like the checkerboard thing. I just don't. It's nurture in it, yeah. I just don't. I don't like it. I think it's too busy. It's got a lot going on. I've seen it on the pitch as well. It doesn't really change my mind much. It just looks a bit sort of all over the place. Sort of redeeming features are, the fact that I've always liked that sponsor, Mapei. They've had it for a while. It's unoffensive. It works with it. It works with any design, really, that they put out there. I do like the fact that they incorporated green in there as well, which is its main colour, and their main sort of like traditional colours and such. The solid colour on the shoulders is nice. Maybe if it was more solid checks, I'd probably appreciate it more. But no, I just think it's a bit all over the place, that one. A bit too sort of splash happy. Sort of like, not for me, that one, I'm afraid. Like I said, there's so many more stronger ones out there.
Yeah. 4 out of 10 for going out?
You see, that I think you'd get in a few sort of fancy joints. I do. Go out on that.
Cool. Jacob, you had it 10th as well in your list, mate. So I'm guessing you're echoing everything that Josh is saying.
Absolutely everything that Josh has just said. I think that sponsor has worked so well on. I mean, they've had it for a long time now as well. The home and away efforts this season from Puma are quite nice, and this third shirt here is just. It is a little bit all over the place. I like the paneling and the way that the sleeves join the shirt. I think that looks quite cool. I like the nod to like Josh says, with the green, their colours. But the checkerboard's just, it's a little bit here nor there, and if it should have gone all out or not bothered. I mean, if that was a solid blue, the lighter blue with the dark sleeves, I think it would have looked cool. Or if it was an all darker color, it could have worked, but it just doesn't do anything for me. That.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Dan and Tom, you both had it second in your respective lists. We'll start with you, Dan. I'm happy for you to tell Josh and Jacob why they're both wrong in putting it last, mate.
I think I put mine at the bottom as well, didn't I? I thought I put mine 10th. I don't know.
I'll have to look, mate. Did you? You may have done, mate. I might have to look at that one again. Sorry, pal. You put it at the bottom of your list. Okay.
Yeah. Again, what the others said, it's just a bit simple, and like the pattern's nice, but it looks like it snuck in my 10 because it looks like something you pick up from classic football shirts for 20 quid for 5 a side, just in a clearance. And I mean that's why it's snuck in over like the home and the away. But yeah, it's just a bit simple, innit? Like nothing much about it.
No, fair enough, mate. Tom, finishing with you, mate.
Yeah, I really like it personally. I've really always liked Sassuolo shirts. I think they've got some really nice shirts, and I like how this complements the shorts, the sort of blue. I mean, I really like checkerboard designs. I think it complements the badge well. I really like the nod to their home colours, their sort of green. I really like that. I think it looks really nice. Definitely a shirt I'd want to try and get if I can. Yeah, I think it's a really nice shirt overall. I don't really have anything bad to say about it, so that's why I scored it so highly.
Yep, I agree, mate. So there we go. In 7th place, it is the Sassuolo third shirt, 35 points overall. Yeah, we'll move on. We'll go to 6, and the next shirt we've got for you is, I'll just get it up for you. If you all want to come up, there we go. It's the Salernitana home shirt. I'm going to start with Josh for the simple reason of the manufacturer of the shirt. I know he's got lots to say. So, yeah, it came in 6 with 41 points. Josh, tell us why you think this is the greatest kit.
Since the dawn of time. I'm not. There's no paid partnerships in this or anything like that. I can assure you. It's literally just. I love this brand. I'll tell you a little story about how I find them. A little story. I was on my honeymoon in Sorrento, and we'd spent about 5 days there. And obviously, I went straight to find out where the local football club was, as you do. And I tried to find the Sorrento Football Club, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And then we found this little boutique shop, and they were selling like all these Sorrento shirts, but they had the Nike swoosh on there, and it looked like a bit like team wear, and it had Sorrento put across it. And I thought, it's got to be the Sorrento shirt. I'll take that home with me. €50. Took it back home, and I posted it on the account, and I just said, anyone got a shirt like this that you don't think anyone else has got? And then the club reached out and said, that's not our shirt. And they said, that's not ours. You've been done on a tourist trap, mate. Like, you bloody what? I said, yeah, they get everyone. It's right in the town centre. They literally have, as soon as you go in, home, away, and thirds of the shirt. They just buy in cheap Nike team wear, and they just plaster it. Even the badge isn't right. And I got done. But they sent me out their home shirt, which is by Zeus. Zeus is sort of like it's an Italian brand, meant to be the sort of Greek, not Greek, sorry, it's I think it is actually Zeus, the Greek god of what is it, warfire, or I forget what Zeus is. But yeah, that's the sort of like logo for it. All the shirts are designed like meticulously. They're all bespoke. In fact, the designer tonight, I've said, can you have a look at this as well? Get onto it because he's be watching it as well. His name's Amilcare, and such a nice chap. He's designs all the shirts. He's passionate about it. He's been designing since he was young, and this is one of his. And it's just a beautiful shirt. Love a collar on it. It's simple. No sponsor on it either, which is quite rare. It reminds me a bit of Roma in that sense. All the actual application is silicon TPU. So rather than it being sort of embroidered on or screen printed on, it's all sort of raised, and it's really sort of like intricate detailing, and it's sort of like designed to last as well. This shirt is brilliant. They've got like a real dark short as well, so you've got that burgundy and a dark short, which just complements it so well, and I just love it. I think it's one I would certainly buy, and not only are you getting a good shirt, you're getting a great quality as well, which is some better than like some of the Nike, Adidas, and Puma ones out there. So there you go. Just love it. Love it. I love it.
Right, so that's the end of the show, everyone. Good night. We'll see you next week.
I lost where I was for a moment.
Some great points. Can I tell you a quick story? I'd never heard of this team before, which is my bad. But on FIFA, obviously they're on FIFA. I actually thought, because I saw the badge, I actually thought it was like some teams, FIFA lose the rights to certain teams like Roma and Torino. I actually thought this was Torino on the FIFA game.
It looks like an Airways, you know what I mean? It looks like Salernitana Airways.
It does. But no, it's a great kit. Zeus, really, really, really nice. So we'll move on and we'll go to James had it fourth in his list. Sean actually had it number one, Josh, you'll be happy to know.
He's a great guy.
He put it right up there. I had it seventh. We'll go to Dan. You wasn't such a fan. Down at 9 yours, mate. Tell us why, pal.
Yeah, like again, it's not that it's a bad shirt. I think there's just eight better for me. Like again, it's quite simple, but I think it would have been higher if they didn't have a sponsor playing with it. And I kind of saw a second picture. Like not that it ruins it, but it would have been nice if it was like sponsorless. But I'd quite like a shirt with a collar, and they were just eight better for me. Like.
No, absolutely fair. Tom, ninth as well for you. Yeah. Tell us why.
I don't really like it. I think the one positive for me is the lightning bolts on the sleeves. I quite like that because it ties in with Zeus. The badge is nice, but yeah, it doesn't really. I don't know. It doesn't. It kind of seems like without a sponsor, it kind of seems like training wear to me. But then with the sponsor, I don't think the sponsor looks very good on it. So it's sort of a. Don't really know how I feel about it, so I put it quite low.
Yep. Finishing off with you, Jacob. It's fourth on your list, pal. Just give us your thoughts.
Yeah, I really like this one. I like the full kit as well here on the pitch. I like the dark shorts with it. The one thing which stood out to me straight away was the collar. I think the collar's really, really interesting. I love a collar on a shirt as well. You don't really see it much. I know Adidas is supposed to be bringing it back for next season. But with this one, the collar's really, really different. You don't usually see anything like that. In fact, I don't think I have ever seen anything like that. The panelling's really nice with the shoulders as well, attached going into the body. I really like the graphic going throughout the shirt with the slight different two tones of the dark red. And I quite whilst you were speaking then about not hearing of Salernitana, I remember from the 90s, I was trying to quickly Google, because I remember Salernitana. I think they had like these ASIC shirts from the 90s that were really, really cool. I quite like them. I remember watching them on Football Italia back in the day, and thinking they were quite a cool little club.
Like a borough of Napoli, I think.
Yeah. But I like this shirt. I like all the details, and I mean, I've not been able to own a shirt by Zeus yet, or I've not seen one close up. But it looks quality. Have we been left?
Yeah, we've been left now. Yeah. The host has gone. He's had enough.
All right. Let's just take over. It's the takeover.
Have Man United let another goal in? Is that what it is?
That's probably what's happened, isn't it?
Laptop's been kicked.
absolutely hammered. No, I don't even think they are, to be honest with you. we've got to carry the show now, haven't we? And technically, I think I'm sub-host, so I think I've got. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's embarrassing, isn't it? Oh, I can't though. I've got no control. So
Yeah, we can't see the shirts now.
I know this is true.
All right, then I've got something interesting to talk about.
Go on.
The Salernitana shirt. They had a shirt actually that I remembered all the way back in 2019, and it was like a special edition shirt. I can't exactly remember what it was for, but it ended up having like the really, really old sort of 1950s lace neck up, like you know how some of the shirts had that, and they had some sort of special. I've got it up here, but I don't know. I wouldn't be able to show it.
You can't see the screen, can you? We just got to imagine it.
But it's really nice. It's got 1919 to 2019 written on it, and it's got their old retro badge, which has got a seahorse on it. I actually quite like it.
What is it? Salernitana.
It says 2019-2020 special kit. That's what I can find it as. It was made by Zeus as well.
1920.
Yeah, I can see it. The badge is pretty cool on that one.
Yeah,
nice neck, nice collar as well.
Yeah.
But just flicking through Google now at their releases, Zeus have released some wicked shirts for them.
They really have.
I'm back, guys. Apologies. The weather's took a turn for the worse. The broadband's gone absolutely down. I apologize. Nice to see you all still talking, though. That was nice.
Oh, we were Salernitanaing.
There we go. Apologies, guys. Absolutely apologies. Out of my hands, unfortunately. So have you all spoke about the shirt? You're all happy?
Oh, have we ever?
Yeah. Josh been boring you with Zeus again. Is that what he's been? But is anything wrong with that? It's a beautiful brand.
It's down there. They've been going on about it.
All right. That's fine. Yeah. So the Salernitana home shirt has come in 6th on our list. 41 points overall. If we can, hopefully we can move on to the next one. On our list, number 5 on the list is this one. It's the Udinese away shirt, 42 points in total, just beating Salernitana. Fourth on the list for me, 9th for Sean, and 3rd for James. We'll start with you, Jacob. You had it 2nd on your list, mate. Give us the reasoning why you thought it should be so high up.
I love this shirt. I think it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The sponsor looks awesome on it. I like the little graphic that's running through the center of the shirt as well. I wasn't too sure what the badges kind of represented, but it kind of looks like the maybe different Udinese badges from over the years or different regions, because they had a shirt once, didn't they, where it was covering the different regions that make up the club or something along those lines. I remember a few seasons ago. But I really like that, and you can see. I mean, it's not even like it's kind of like an off blacky color, isn't it, on there, and with little fade details. The badge looks cool as well, the special edition badge, and I quite like Macron as a shirt provider as well, a manufacturer. I think they usually do some quite interesting stuff. I got the Hibs one from last season, and I was really impressed because I'd never owned one before, and I did some work on a Hibs shirt and was that impressed. I got one for myself, and but yeah, looking at this one, I'll be tempted to buy this one if I can get my hands on it.
Yeah,
I like it.
It is. It's really, really nice shirt. Dan, Dan, we'll go with you. 3rd on your list, mate. Is Jacob right in what he's saying?
Yeah, I kind of agree with everything he said. Like the badge, like it was a bit lower at first for me, but then I realised it was an anniversary shirt, and the badges down the middle are like all the badges they've had for the 125 years. I thought it was pretty cool. But like, yeah, even the kind of variation of the badge they've gone for on the shirt to fit it in. But yeah, it's just really nice and simple, and I think I'd definitely buy it.
Tom, 7th for you. Tell us why, mate.
I think I massively underrated this shirt. Now that I'm looking at it again, because it actually is really nice. I don't really know why I put it 7th. It's a very nice shirt. I think it's kind of hard to see in game the design on the front of it. It sort of just looks like a black and white shirt. But yeah, I don't know why I have this so low. It is a really nice shirt, and I like the special badge, 125th anniversary. Yeah, I don't know why I put this so low, if I'm being honest. It's actually a really nice shirt.
The beauty of full kit rankers, mate, makes you question what you think about kits sometimes. Josh, are you thinking the same as Tom? Maybe you've been a bit harsh putting it 7th?
Yeah, definitely. I must admit, when you sent them out, like I'm doing a bit of research on them now as we're talking, and at the time, very much I see the image, which probably isn't sort of doing it justice, and maybe making a rash sort of decision based on that. And I think what you've just said is quite evident, that you get to see different perspectives, different people's input. Didn't know it was an anniversary shirt. I saw a little bit about the home shirt and the Dacia logo, because they did have it in a bounding box. And then I think they decided to drop that, and it looks so much better about a bounding box. And that the font on the Dacia logo is absolutely brilliant, and it just plays into that design, doesn't it? Beautifully. And yeah, it's again, didn't know this, but it's referencing all the badges from their history, which I don't personally think I've seen on a shirt or referenced in a shirt before. So yeah, I'm eating my words here a bit. That could be well in my top 3 now. Now I know that. Yeah, it's full on me.
No, you're not a fool, mate. Don't be so harsh. It's okay.
Oh no, mate. I mean, I'm my best critic. Trust me.
So there we go. Udinese's come in 5th in our list overall, with 42 points. Maybe a few of the guys are regretting not having it a little bit higher. It is a beautiful effort. Great kit from Udinese. So yeah, we'll move on. We'll go to number 4 on the list. And we have a total of 44 points. Another beautiful kit. I have to say, it is the Torino away shirt from this season, by Joma. Big logo, but I'm sure some of the guys maybe mentioned that a little bit. We'll start with Tom. You had it 6 on your list, mate. Yeah, the Joma effort for Torino. What are we thinking?
I really like the sort of deep blue, and I really like the gold. The badge looks really good. I like Suzuki as a sponsor, but I'm not quite sure what's happening with the sort of Joma and Beretta, because obviously Joma are the brand who made it, which makes sense. But it seems really high up. Is that just me? It seems like it's really high up on the shirt. And it's sort of where I think Joma should be where Beretta is. It kind of looks really strange. I've never really seen anything like that before on a shirt. But I really like the badge, especially. But yeah, I'm a bit confused as to what's happening there.
Yeah, I agree. Is that a second sponsor there, Beretta? Is that what?
Yeah,
that
I think
is?
so. I don't really know.
Not needed. I like the pattern in the shirt. It's got the badge in the shirt as well, sublimated, which I've just noticed. No, really, really nice. We'll go to Jacob. You had it 6 as well, mate. Yeah, what are you thinking of, mate?
Yeah, I really like this. I really like this shirt as well. Probably could have crept up the table a little bit on mine, but looking at it, I really like it. Same again with that collar, like the Salernitana collar. It's really interesting. I love the gold band that goes across the middle. I love the dark blue with the gold detailing. I quite like what Joma are doing as well. I think they're producing some really nice shirts. I know I've already referenced them, but the Hibs shirts this season are mint as well. The only thing probably that lets it down is the sponsors. It just looks a little bit too overcrowded on that one side. If they could have perhaps put it on the back, I don't know whether they've got one on the back already. They probably have, haven't they? But they could have done something like that, freed up some space. But I think that's a really nice shirt, though. All in all, I mean, it looks cool on the pitch as well.
Yeah, shorts the same colour.
Yeah,
really
smart.
Yeah, I had it 6th in my list. Sean had it 2nd in his. James had it 5th, middle of the road. Dan, 7th in your list, mate. Give us your thoughts and feelings.
Yeah, like I like it. Like I'd probably wear it if I had it, but like I wouldn't go out of my way to buy it. And I think obviously the collar adds to it, and I think like I like the colours, the blue and the gold go really well together. But it's just that sponsor again. Like even if they just had it under the Suzuki, just to a bit symmetrical. Like I like the kind of darker blue or lighter blue badge as the pattern. I really like that, but yeah, it's just the sponsor that ruins it for me.
Yeah. Josh, top of the pile for you.
Yeah.
What thoughts and feelings for this one?
Yeah, I just love the sponsor application. I know a lot of people don't like it, but when I call it splatter sponsor, where you literally just sort of like chuck them on like that. But I think they're constructed well. I know what you're saying. That Jome one does seem a little bit too high, but I think this one gets away with it. To be honest with you, they've had that same sort of like grid patterning on their sponsors for quite some time. I don't want to be that person that says it, but I'm going to have to say it. It's the third shirt, and I forgot it's the third shirt because the away shirt I remember was the white one. This one here, I remember them saying that it was because they've changed the badge. The badge is like a raging bull.
Oh, yeah.
So the Torino shirt at the home and away, they've got the other badge, which is just their traditional badge. With this one, they just use the bull out of it. It's on the shorts as well. But I just think the navy and the gold work so well. I do like what Jome are doing with them. I was a bit skeptical at first, but seeing one of these up close, I've got the home shirt of this one with Blotti on the back, and even the actual font on the lettering. I mean, it's got like watermarks on it. It's just like a piece of art. And I'd be quite happy with that. And I think that's why I scored it so high, because it just looks majestic. And it's just sort of like the epitome of Italian football, just class and epic and stylish.
That Beretta sponsor is very Italian looking as well, isn't it? I love that.
Yeah, definitely. Were you skeptical of Joma because they had Kappa before, Josh?
A little bit. I'm not going to lie. There was a bit of that because, again, I thought Sassuolo and Torino, who had Kappa before, were just perfect for them. And when he changed, I was like, yeah. But now the Joma are just having a right laugh.
Yeah, so there we go. It was, in fact, the Torino third shirt. My apologies for getting that wrong. That has come fourth in our list with 44 points. Yeah, great effort. Colours work really well. Unfortunate to miss out on the top three, I think, but I think the three remaining shirts, as we all know what they are really, really strong in the kit community. So we'll move on and we'll get into them. So third on the list with 47 points is the Roma third shirt. I'm right, it is the third shirt before I got the fourth.
Mate, I felt like a right for even saying it last time.
No, tell me. I'm every day's a school day, Josh. I've just wrote it down wrong. That's all it is. But yeah, Roma. Yeah, one of my favourite shirts. I put it top of my list. James, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to call him out here. James put it bottom of his list, and I know the reason why. Is because he doesn't like New Balance, doesn't think they're fit to sponsor or manufacture football shirts. Don't get me wrong, I don't know. It's one of his bugbears. And Sean had it fourth on his list. Tom, let's start with you, mate, because like me, you put it top of the pile. Tell everyone why this is the best shirt to come out of Serie A this season.
I think it's a great shirt. Love a shirt with a sash on it. I think it works really well with the sort of two colours. Obviously, the badge, it's the classic Roma badge. I think it looks really nice. I think the only downside, and it's not even really a downside, is the digital bit sponsor. I feel like it would have looked a lot better if it matched the colorway of the shirt. But I love the sleeves. I think the sleeves look really good. It's just overall a great shirt. Definitely my favorite shirt in the entire of the Serie A this season. I really like it.
Yep. Other than James, who had it obviously 10th. Dan, you had it lowest, but even not in that low, really. 6th in the list. Yeah, how come it didn't get higher for you?
Well, I think even just giving it a second look, I feel like it probably could have been a bit higher. Like, I didn't realise the colour on the sleeves was both the red and the yellow. I just thought it was the red on the sleeves, but I think that kind of adds to it a bit. Like Tom was saying, I always like a shirt with like a sash on it. But yeah, I think I probably would put it up a couple more, but there's just a few shirts better to take the top spot.
Yeah, that's how it goes, mate. Josh, middle of the road for you.
Yeah. I just think New Balance very good. But I just think taking over from Nike was always going to be a tall order, especially after they brought out some absolute beauts. I mean, Nike went out like with those shirts last year, and they were absolutely ridiculous. I loved everything about them, and then when New Balance got announced, I was very skeptical. The home shirts, not much. They played it safe there. The away, it's all right. Don't like the sleeves on it. Very weird. And they've done the same with this one as well. It just looks like they've adopted so many different styles. The Lepetto badge is always going to sort of like get the punters in, isn't it? Because it's very sort of iconic and people like that a lot. So I think that was put there for sort of a bit of fan service. But it's good. It's just maybe not great, but again, that's for beauty football shirts, isn't it? What my okay is somebody's great, you know?
No, exactly, mate. Jacob, third for you. Yeah, let us know why, mate.
I think it's an all right shirt, this one. Like what was said before about New Balance, I kind of agree. I'm not a massive fan. I'm not a massive fan of what they've done. And with Roma this season, the home shirt I thought was a bit rubbish, really. Actually, all of the releases I thought a bit rubbish, but this one kind of sticks out for me. I really like the yellow and blue that they've used. I think they're really rich colours. They stand out off the pitch and on the pitch. And then the extra little details when you really look into this shirt. So like on the cuffs with the yellow and the red, I like that. I love the way that the sash has got the red and the blue, and then the red and the blue again on the opposite sides, and then following up the shirt to where the Lepetto badge is, and it's got that circle break around the badge. The way that the badge is applied to the shirt as well, with the red and the blue going around, I think that is attention to detail there. That's really nice design work. Like what was said at the start about the digital bits, I agree. He kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, really, on that shirt. But if you try and think about how they could try and make that better, I don't know if they could. If they was to try and do what they did around the badge and have a break through the middle, then the sash would kind of be lost. Or if they wanted to make it blue, it would lose against the blue sash, red against the red sash. You know, I think that's the best that they could have got it. But overall, I think that's a good effort by New Balance. Really, I like it.
No, I agree. Yeah, my favourite thing of the shirt is the Lepetto badge, especially on the player version. And it looks like it's like the fur of the wolf. It's really, really nice.
Oh, yeah.
Rather than obviously the more simpler version. But yeah, no, it's come third in the list of shirts from Serie A this season. 47 points overall. So it means we're down to the final two. Which way is it going to go? Two great shirts. Let's see which one has come second. It got a total of 48 points overall, and it is this season's Inter Milan third shirt. Look at that smile on Dan's face. He knows what's coming, don't he? He's absolutely the lad is made up. Look at him. So no, let's talk about this one first. It's the Inter Milan third shirt. I sent this version on purpose. We'll explain a little reason why later. So yeah, let's go into where everyone scored it. I scored it third on my list. Sean was 8th. James put it second. Josh, let's kick off for you then, mate. You had it 8th in your list. The lowest along with Sean. Yeah, let us know why, mate.
Yeah, I think Inter Milan are in danger of becoming sort of like a global brand almost, as opposed to sort of like Inter Milan, the football team. Not a bad thing for them, sell more shirts, but it's things like this. I don't hate it. I just think it's got obvious shock value that's been sent out there, because I think that's going to appeal to more than just your football fan. I think that's going to appeal, like the next one, which is going to be the top one, is very much, anyone can wear it, because it's cool. I don't think that your average Inter Milan fan would particularly be happy with that. I might be wrong, but I think that is just so wild for reasons maybe only because they want to sort of have that fashion statement as opposed to it being, true to the club's values and stuff. Again, I know it's got a little bit of a reference to a past shirt, which is cool. But again, I just think it's just there to sell shirts to the world as opposed to maybe making their fan base happy.
Yeah, so theirs was the thoughts of Josh Paul Gaultier there. You're right though. A lot of shirts, football shirts are fashion accessories now, and third shirts seems to be the way. Jacob, you mentioned earlier, they go full out on third shirts. A lot of teams these days. So yeah, I can see what you're saying, Josh. We'll go to. Let's go to Jacob because you put it top of your list, mate. Yeah, tell us why.
A biased Inter fan. No, I do love Inter Milan. And with this shirt, I love the throwback and the nod to the 90 shirt, the away shirt. I think it was like 89, 90. It was something like that. Where it was white with the blue and the black sort of band going across the middle. Now, if they were to have incorporated those colours more, this shirt would have been absolutely perfect. It's the fact that they use all of these random colours that puts me off it slightly. But I think the design of this shirt is clean. Although it looks a little bit crazy, it's very simple at the same time, just because of the colours that they've used. And I'm not a big fan of the new Inter badge, but I like how versatile they've been with the badge on the releases this season, like with the home, with the gold, the away with I think it was black and white. And then with this one, they've incorporated the colours of the kit. I like that. And then looking at the Scudetto badge as well, I really like the detail that they've put on this for this shirt. And you can't really tell from a photo, but I'm guessing it's kind of like a heat pressed one with slight, texturized outline, and there's even an Inter Milan badge in the middle of the Italian flag, which I think is really, really nice detail. I think it's an out there shirt. Taking it as a third shirt, bright colours, I quite like it, and I'm pretty sure that's a night out rating of about 10, isn't it?
11.
Yeah, summed it up absolutely perfectly. I did say, obviously, and I think Dan wanted me to make sure that I sent this version round. Obviously, there is the version with the horrible sponsor on, which I think takes
the worst
everything.
sponsor.
Yeah, it takes everything nice away from the shirt. I think you'll pretty much all agree. Yeah, Dan, we'll come to you then next, mate. You had it second on your list. I imagine it's this one you had second on your list. Yeah, tell us why you like it so much, mate.
Yeah, it is the sponsors one, because if it has the sponsor, I think it's going bottom 2 easily. Like I said, I think the pattern, going back to the 90s shirt, I really like it. I kind of like that it's a bit colourful. And it kind of works. They've worked it well with the badge, and I think even on the pants as well, or the shorts, I think they integrate it as well. Yeah, it's the same pattern. It's different colour in the badge, but it still works. Again, like shirts with a collar, can't go wrong with them. And I think yeah, just without the sponsor, yeah, definitely top 2. But I think if you put it on it, we're straight to the bottom.
Yeah. Tom, we'll finish off you on this one, mate. Middle of the road for you. Let us know what you thought.
So I was actually doing a little bit of research while we were talking about it, and it said that the shirt is meant to represent inclusion and equality inside the club, which I think is a nice touch for it. And then it's funny because the very next article says this Inter third kit for 2021-22 is perfect for laser tag, which I also agree with.
That's how to sell a football shirt. Wear it for laser tag. My God.
I mean, it shows the contrasts in what people think about the shirt, doesn't it? So it's definitely a very divisive shirt. But yeah, I think it's decent. Again, with the sponsor, completely ruined. Yeah. But I don't think anyone's mentioned it yet. But I like the double buttons on it.
Yeah.
I always like shirts like that. I've got at least one button on it. So yeah, having double buttons, and I like the fact that the buttons are sort of like that luminous green sort of color. I think it looks pretty nice. But yeah, middle of the road for me.
So there we go. Second on our list with 48 points, just missing out on top spot is the Inter Milan third shirt from this season. Not that one, because that is disgusting. It's not nice at all. Let's be honest. So we'll move on. We'll go to number one of our pick of the best shirt from this season's Serie A. You may see it on screen right now, but I don't even have to really kind of move over. One of our lovely panel are wearing it. It's like it's almost been chosen by God to be number one. It's this absolute beauty, 53 points overall out of 70. It's the Venezia fourth shirt. We've only one place to start, really. Let's go to Dan straight away, mate. Why is this the best shirt from Serie A this season?
I mean, I don't even think Serie A. I think it's just the best shirt of the season, full stop. I mean, it might be because I'm quite biased and absolutely in love with the club, but I think the gold and the red really work. Like the kappa on the sleeves really complement it well, and the pattern in the shirt is like the flag of Venice, which I think is really cool. I just think, I mean, I think I couldn't. I mean, I could choose one of them, but I think all four of the Venice kits this year are like top tier. I don't think they've gone wrong with any of them, but yeah, this one just topped the lot, and I think it's the nicest shirt that I own. I'm quite happy I got it.
Some great thoughts. James agreed. James had it top of his list. I had it second on mine. Sean had it sixth. Josh, you also had it sixth, mate. Again, you and Sean matching up on a lot of the scores. Yeah, give us your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I think it's probably out of all four, maybe the one that's probably weakest. I think Venezia and Kappa are just a dream made, aren't they? Really, I mean, you know, they just get it. The collar does my head in a little bit. If I'm being critical, they seem to be using that collar on so many, and I think that's a bit lazy. Like they're just like plastering it on all of them. I also think that, you know, with regards to all the photo shoots as well for all the shirts, I don't think one was in a football stadium. I think when Nani got sort of announced, he was in a boat, and I think that's what I'm saying is like they're very much sort of like now making it so that it's. I mean, look, I mean, a gorgeous dude, you know. I mean, look at him. He's absolutely loving life. You know, they're getting the most handsomest people, the most prettiest women, and they're just sort of flaunting it like anyone can wear this. It's for influencers. It's for supermodels. Oh, and we're also a football team. That, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's almost like that picture. I just imagine when you've got football at 3 and your wedding at 4. Like it just looks.
Yeah.
You've got a cummerbund on, for God's sake. Like, why? There's absolutely no need. But no, I fully agree with what you're saying. It definitely is one of the main shirts I think I've seen more fashion pictures of than I have actually footballers wearing it. I think for all 4 shirts that they've released this season. Yeah, go on, Tom. We'll go with you next, mate. You've had it third. Yeah, give us your feelings.
Well, obviously, it is a gorgeous shirt. The badge is exceptional, the gold. But I think, like what Josh said, it's becoming a thing where it's not necessarily about the club or about football. It's more of like a fashion brand. And I don't particularly like that when clubs try and do that. But it's still a really nice shirt. You know, you can't deny it. Yeah, I don't know what that sponsor is there in that picture because it's different to the. It's because they couldn't have. It's because they couldn't have Venezia, the name on the shirt and on the badge or something like that.
Yeah,
something like that. So they had something else. I think it looks slightly worse like that, but it's still an excellent shirt. And the black and gold collar looks really nice as well.
Great stuff. Finishing off with you, Jacob. Then you had it 5th in your list, middle of the road.
Yeah.
So-
Middle of the road. I mean, it's a nice shirt. Kappa usually do some really nice stuff. I prefer the home and away efforts from Venezia this season. Not too keen on the third and the fourth, really. They just the home and the way kind of kept to that black, green, and orange, and then the third and the fourth just kind of went a little bit. Like what Josh has said, trying to supply to the masses really with trying to sell shirts because they're the hot thing at the moment. But taking this shirt as it is, looking at it, the detail in the background is really nice. The badge is incredible. I like the Venezia font that they use on the front of the shirt. I'm not so keen on the sponsor that they've got in so they can get the name on the shirt. Now, I was a little bit confused about that at the start of the season, like because they've got Venezia on the shirt that they couldn't wear the badge as well at the same time. That was correct, wasn't it?
Yeah, stupid ruling, isn't it?
I mean, surely the Kappa would have got a list of the rules at the start of the season and somehow incorporated that in. I just don't. Sometimes you just wonder what goes through when this process, who ticks the boxes and who signs them off. But taking the shirt as it looks on this picture, it's really nice. I do like the collar that Kappa have used this season. It's on the Villa shirts this season as well, and it looks really good. But yeah, it's an all right shirt for me. I don't really get excited about this one. The home and away I think are brilliant, but this one and the fourth, not so much. This one and the third. Is this the third or the fourth?
This is the fourth.
Yeah, they're all right. They're good shirts, but not for me.
Fourth in name, fourth in your ranking.
not even that.
So there we go. Number one on our list of shirts from Serie this season is the Venezia fourth shirt, as worn by one of our panelists, Dan. He's very happy. He's going to go. I'm sure seeing champagne in the background there, mate. I think he'll pop so there we go. Another episode of Full Kit Rankers comes to a close. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining us and getting involved. Thanks for all our panelists as always. Dan, mate, thank you for coming on. First time on the show. Again, hope you want to come back and rank again, mate.
Yeah, really enjoyed it. Thanks for having me. I'm just happy that the Venice shirt got top.
I bet you are. Where can people check you out on the socials? What?
Just on Twitter, really, at Retro Shirts FC. That's about it.
Yeah, make sure you're checking him out and following him and getting involved. Tom, thanks, mate. Appreciate you coming on again.
Yeah, coming as many times as you can get me on. So I love doing it. So
great stuff, mate. Great to hear that. We'll definitely have you on again, mate. And yeah, where can people find you?
Tom's Footy Kits on Twitter. Mainly use Twitter. Yeah.
Great stuff. Look out for the podcast coming soon as well from Tom. I know that's coming. Jacob, mate, as always, massive pleasure, mate. Great to have you on.
Cheers, man. Yeah, I love it. It's good.
And I'm sure to be in touch about getting a shirt sorted soon, mate. Because I need that to happen because it's.
Yeah. I like the idea you sent through the other week. Actually, I think that could look mint.
Stop it. But yeah, just give yourself a bit of a shout out quickly. Where people can find you and stuff.
Yeah, Art on Shirts FC on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, I'll put up what I'm working on and then little glimpses of sort of stuff that's in the pipeline as well.
Yeah, the only man to make me like a Liverpool shirt as well. So that's And last but not least, the diva of the kit community, the number one man, Josh. As always, it's been wonderful, mate, to have your company on the show.
Likewise, mate. I've enjoyed it as always, and it's turning into a very special thing, isn't it, mate?
I like to think so, but that's mainly because you're here, mate. That's what I'll say, and everyone else.
Oh.
Well, yeah, we will be back next Wednesday with another topic, another load of guests, and we will be ranking 10 more shirts. So, yeah, as always, thanks for joining us. If it is your first time talking kit, do make sure to subscribe to the channel. As always, I've said, we are on the road to 1K. Hopefully going to get that by the end of the year. We do that with your support, which we are massively thankful for. Maybe Sean and James will be back next week as well. But until then, we will see you soon. 8 o'clock on a Wednesday. It is Full Kit Rankers. And we'll see you all soon. Make sure you keep it talking kit.